Your courage means that you're simply stepping into the things that make you great. And ultimately, that is what makes you different. Hi, and welcome back. What does courage have to do with differentiation? I mean, some people might think that that's an obvious thing. Some people might think it has nothing to do with it. Depends on what your angle is and how you understand differentiation to be. My name's Michèle Soregaroli. I work with professional services advisors and firms to support them in their differentiation strategy and identifying how to create more value from the work that they do. So today I want to talk to you about courage because courage is a huge part of being able to differentiate effectively. And why do we say that? I mean, fundamentally, I think we all understand that differentiation means that you are fundamentally different. What happens when you're different? Well, biologically, we have some physical changes that are going on. Mentally and emotionally, we have some physical changes that are going on. So there's a whole bunch of a big cocktail of stuff going on inside your system, inside your brain and inside your body that really doesn't want you to differentiate a whole lot, because being different means that you stand out. When you stand out, we tend to get rejected, isolated, judged, or what have you. We tend to experience negative things when we are different from our peers. So when you're thinking about differentiation, it's really important to understand where the courage comes from. And courage, when you are thinking about how to deliver value expertly and masterfully in your own way, your courage means that you're simply stepping into the things that make you great. So how do you deliver value in your own way that's exceptionally valuable? How do you deliver value in your own way that calls up your talents and allows you to really show up so that you can be as valuable as possible? When you're thinking about how to differentiate effectively, instead of thinking about how to be different, I'm going to suggest that when you're thinking about how to be different, you're also thinking about how you plan to isolate or how you might stand out, which is going to limit your willingness to be courageous and limit your ability to think of different ways that are going to be more valuable and different for your clients and prospects. Instead, I want you to emphasize not what makes you different per se, but what it is about your unique style, your unique abilities, the things that you do probably a little better than average, maybe a lot better than average, but the things that you do that make you more valuable or allow you to deliver value more effectively or enable you to be at your best self, which then inspires you to be more valuable. So courage is not so much about learning how to be different and stand out. Courage is about owning your worth. Courage is about owning it and stepping into it and creating value from it. So let's say, for example, that you are someone in your professional services. Let's say that you are a commercial real estate agent. Let's say that you specialize in retail, for example. And let's say that you're particularly good at tenant negotiations because you have a strong empathy for tenants. Maybe you grew up in an environment where your parents were either landlords and or tenants. Maybe they'd been tenants before in their own business, or maybe a good friend of yours experienced some positive and or negative experiences as a tenant in a commercial property. So you have some empathy there, and perhaps that gives you a strong sense of what it means to be a tenant and what it means to communicate effectively as a landlord so that you get the best possible tenants and you create a really productive relationship with your tenant, right? So maybe you're really good at that. Maybe you're really good at that communication. Maybe you're really good at helping negotiate because you have such a strong sense of empathy. What is that empathy helping you do differently or better than your peers or your competitors who are also doing tenant representation in commercial real estate? How do they do it? What's their angle and what's yours? They're going to be different simply because of your backstory, because of your natural skill sets, because of your education, because of your history, because of your experience, because of your networks, all of your influences, all the things that have helped you become who you are today are in some way contributing to your greatest strength. So what we want to do is identify, where do you have some natural talent? Where do you have ability to develop even more expertise and become truly masterful? And how do you turn that mastery into something that is valuable as an experience because it generates a better outcome for your clients? This is where your courage is most effective and most useful to you. So it's courageous for the good and the value that you can create, as opposed to tapping into your courage that causes you to stand out, be isolated, be different, and perhaps feel the judgment of others. When you're feeling it that way, in that sense of belonging, it's a very, very different experience. And it's much, much harder to do than if you're thinking about how you are uniquely able to create value for your clients and prospects. And ultimately, that is what makes you different. And it helps you position your services more effectively and attract better clients, the ones who really value what you do. Thanks for watching today. I'm so glad to have been here with you. I invite you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And again, if there's anyone in your network who you think might appreciate the content in this video, we always encourage you to share it. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you the next time. Bye for now.